Is everyone's names on their paper?
Yes.
Good. Go ahead and put your name on it. And put your finger on the very first angle. So what do we do first, Carla? We have to line up something.
You have to line the vortex with the dot in the
Good.
middle.
The vertex with the little dot in the middle. What's our vertex? What letter is our vertex?
E.
Montego.
E.
E. E is our vertex. Maurice, what makes this a little hard to do?
The line.
The line. The length of our angle isn't long enough. So what I'm going to give you, we're going to do this first row in blue. And what I want is this one just like mine. What I want is you're going to put your protractor right beside the line. I want us with our blue crayon to make our line a little longer on both sides. So line it up to the vertex.
Can we put it upside down?
You're going to use this side just like a ruler, like a straight edge. So look at mine if you're confused. I'm putting it right beside the vertex, and then my angle, and then I'm tracing it with my crayon to make my lines come out a little longer. Make sure you use the straight edge on your protractor. Make sure they come out past that angle that's already on there. So make it come out this way.
Yeah.
Okay? And the same thing on this side. Make them come out. So you have to make them longer. You're not just making them thicker, you're making them longer.
I kind of like
Just like this. Then you're going to take your crayon. You're going to make it come out
just go.
a bit longer on both sides.
Miss
Maurice. No. Because well, now we can't measure that one.
No.
It's too thick. Make sure. Yours looks like mine. Just like that.
Colors on are red.
We're using this color for right now. Just like that. Montasia, don't make them so thick. Now you have to measure this one. This one has to come out as well. Alright, so now that our lines are longer, let's line our protractor back up with the vertex, which we said was E. Remember, we have to line up that black line to our angle. So this needs to come out just a little further, buddy.
No.
Now try it.
I'll try what?
You see this line? That bottom line? You have to line it up with that, with your angle. There you go. Good. To line it up straight. See the difference I made? Have to line up straight. What's the measure of DEF?
170.
How do you know it was 170? What's the first question we ask?
Because this is bigger than 90, it's 180.
So our line's bigger than 90. What type of angle is bigger than 90?
Obtuse and straight angle.
Good, obtuse and a straight. So this is an obtuse angle. We said it's bigger than 90. So Carla, did you look at the top number or the bottom number?
The bottom one.
So on Carla's protractor, she looked at the bottom. On your protractor, you'd look at the bottom. So our protractors are a little different. On my protractor, I look at... Nope, never mind. This is wrong. You look at the bottom number. Okay? So what's that measure? 170 degrees. So on mine, where it says angle DEF,
My name
we write 100. Whoops, write it in your pencil, please. 170 degrees.
Oh, we're gonna have to make this one longer too.
Then put your finger on the one exactly underneath it. We're moving to the one underneath it. Right one. Maurice was the first thing you need to do.
Find out what the angle is, right?
Well, we have to line up something. What do we line up?
The vertex.
The vertex and the point. Is our line long enough, Maurice?
No.
No, so we need to take our blue crayon and make our lines, our rays, longer.
This is correct.
We have to make it longer. So everyone's taking their blue crayon and making their lines longer.
We can tell there's exactly 90 because, like, it looks exactly
We're
like
still going to have to make sure. So make it all the way up to here. You see how I'm making mine come further out than the line that's already there? Yours should look just like mine. Make it come up. See, straight. Now take it all the way up. There's good, Carla. Good, Maurice. Good. And do the bottom one as well. Alright, so then Marie said the first thing we do, we have to line up our protractor and our vertex. What letter is the vertex, Anissa? M. M is our vertex. Then make sure the lines on your protractor, the black lines, are lined up to both of your angles. Up. There you go.
Like this?
This one.
Oh.
Right there. And make sure everything's lined up. Line it up for me. Fantasia, what's the first question we asked?
What's the type of angle?
What type of angle does that look like?
Right.
It looks like a right angle. So are we going to use the top or bottom number?
Top.
Top. But look at, how many degrees is a right angle? 90. 90 exactly. My protractor has 90 on top and bottom. Your protractors have 90 in the middle. Is it exactly 90, Anissa? No. Yes. So angle LMN is 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Good. So let's go down to our next one. Right underneath it.
The cube.
Monica, what do we have to line up? What's that called? The vertex. Do I need to make my lines longer, or can I keep them the same?
Longer?
We need to make them longer. So everyone take your blue crayon again.
Oh my gosh.
Make your lines a little bit longer. I'm doing it with you.
That's what I like is my push. Because it does something else.
You're doing just fine. Make sure, no, use your protractor to stretch it out.
That's going to, another one's going to be over there.
Good. This. Make sure you use your protractor when you do it. It's important to use our protractor when we stretch it out because if our line moves, will our angle measurement be correct?
No.
No. Alright, so Monica said line it up with the vertex, line the little dot up to the vertex. Make sure all the other lines are straight. was the first question I asked Monica.
What type of angle is it?
What type of angle is this?
Acute.
This is an acute angle. So what's the second question, Carla?
What, use the bottom or the top?
Do I use the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
Why do I use the bottom?
Because an acute is smaller than 90.
Good, because the acute angle is smaller than 90, and our bottom numbers are all smaller than 90. And what does that look like? Is it exactly one number, or is it in between?
Between.
It's in between. What is the measurement, Anissa? If it's exact, it looks like it's exactly in between 70 and 80. 75, because you have to count the little lines. So it's 75. So you'll write on the line 75 degrees. And I'm going to collect everyone's blue marker or crayon and give you a different color. So when we stretch out our next lines, we don't get confused. Now everyone will get orange. Orange-ish color.
Yay.
Alright, so now put your finger at the top. We're looking at angle RST. Now, what do I have to line up first, Montasia?
The vertex.
The vertex and what?
And the line.
The circle and the line. What's our vertex, Montasia? What letter?
S.
S is our vertex. Very good. So do I need to stretch my lines out?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So everyone, take your crayon. Stretch out your lines.
Why? For my hair, Miss Betts?
I think that'd be fun enough. Once you've stretched them out, then start measuring. Go and start measuring. There you go. Go and start measuring. Ask yourself the question. Stretch, yes, stretch it all the way out.
It is.
Alright, now I'm going to measure with you. Everything lined up. Marisa, I want you to measure one more time. I want you to measure one more time. Make sure everything is lined up. What does that look like, Monica?
Everything is.
It's in a cube. Extend your lines out. That way we can tell.
Well, then it goes off.
Alright, Anissa, what's the first question we ask? What type of angle is it?
It's an acute.
An acute angle. Okay, the second question, do I use the top numbers or the bottom? Anissa, am I going to use the top numbers or the bottom numbers?
Bottom.
The bottom numbers. Why the bottom numbers and not the top?
Oh. Because an acute is smaller than 90.
Because an acute is smaller than 90 and our bottom numbers are smaller than 90. And what does this measure, Montasia? 15 degrees, because it was exactly in between 10 and 20. So let's try yours again. So we measure it. We line it up. So make sure you have to line that line up with your angle. You see how it's now in between the 20 and the 10? That's 15. So on your line, you're going to write 15 degrees. And leave your protractors here. I'm going to give you this to put at your desk. Do not start on it yet. Once you put it in your at your desk, you may go to your dream box. I need all of your crayons. All of this. Put this in your math folder. Put this on top of your desk. Put this on top of your desk. Dream box is going to come to me on top of your desk. On top of your desk. On top of your desk. Oh, man. Folder. We're not running, Monica. We're walking. Carla, we're walking. You have a pencil, if you're like me. Green box, go ahead and get started. LJ, sit right, please. Do what? It's okay. Alright, and time has started. You're working quietly the whole time. So we are going to practice measuring angles together. Once you get this, put your name. Protractors are to the side right now. Once you get this one, put your name on it. Jeremy, can you hand me the protractor on that desk right there, please? Thank you. So let's look at angle DEF, and we're just going to go straight down in a line. So after this one, we're going to go to LMN. So looking at angle DEF, where is my vertex, LJ? What letter is my vertex? E. So what do I have to do to my vertex and protractor?
Line the vertex with, line it up with the hole in the middle.
Line the vertex up with the hole in the bottom middle of our protractor. Then we also have to line up those lines around the hole. What do we notice about the lines right now? Is it easy to measure with these lines? Why not, Alyssa? They're too short. So we're going to have to extend our lines out. I'm going to give everyone an orange crayon. And what we're going to do, watch mine. So I'm going to take my protractor and use the side that looks like a ruler that's straight. And I'm going to extend, eyes on mine. I'm not really making the line thicker. I'm just going to extend it out. That way I can measure it better. So everyone go ahead and extend out both lines of the angle.
When you, do you put the hole in the vertex and then you straighten it out? Or?
No, that's a good question, because if I drew a line here, would it really measure this angle? No. So put it right beside it and measure it out. So don't go underneath it. See how you went underneath? Because now that'll measure down below where the angle is. So let me give you a new one. I don't have a new one.
Yeah.
So make sure we're not going above or below the line, because then that won't really measure the line. You're tracing over the line. Now once you have both of them, both your lines extended, go ahead and measure it.
Alright, got it.
Just try to extend it all the way out. Go ahead and start measuring. Go ahead and start measuring. Extend them out, and then I want you to remeasure. Yeah. You see how this line now dips down? Okay. You have to keep it straight. That's why we're using the straight side of our protractor. One second. And see if you got one above it. You have to trace over that line. There. To do it on this side. 1 second. Okay. Now go ahead and see how you kept this line straight? Trace it over it. Trace your ray. And once you have your angle, keep it in your head, because then we're going to talk about it. So what's the first question we ask? Once our protractor's on our paper, we've lined it up with the vertex, and I've lined all my lines together. What's the first question that I ask myself, Darian?
What type of angle is it?
What type of angle is this?
Obtuse.
An obtuse angle. So what's the second question I asked, Kelly?
Do you look at the top number or bottom number?
If I have an obtuse angle, Kelly, am I going to look at the top number or the bottom number?
Top, the bottom.
The bottom number. Why the bottom number?
Because an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees.
Because the obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. Is the top number, is 10 greater than 90? No, so I'm going to look at the bottom. What is the angle measurement, Ariana?
170 degrees.
Very good, 170 degrees. So angle DEF is 170 degrees. So write in your pencil, please. 170 degrees. Here's right here. 170 degrees. Good, now put your finger on angle LMN. LD, we're not working ahead. Alright, go ahead, line up the vertex and your protractor. And what are we going to have to do to our lines? You gotta turn it this way. What do we have to do, Alyssa?
Extend it.
Extend them. Everyone extend your lines. So you're tracing over the ray. You're not making it thicker, you're tracing over the ray. And extending it all the way up and all the way out.
Like this? Or do this?
Do it this way. And trace all the way up. Make sure you extend it out.
Keep going.
There you go. And the same thing for this one. Both sides, all the way up and all the way out. And make sure we use our protractor. Just like this. Go all the way up. Okay.
Is that good?
Now go all the way out. Okay. Ah. Okay.
Is this good? That she went all the way.
That's okay. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to line our protractor and our vertex up. We're going to ask ourselves a question. So you have to make sure it's lined up exactly to your lines. And mark those lines up. Make sure everything's lined up. LJ, what do you notice about our line? What's the first question we ask?
What angle is it?
What angle does that look like?
A right angle.
It looks like a right angle. What do we know about right angles?
It's exactly 90 degrees.
They're exactly 90 degrees.
And
So
then
looking at your protractor, is our angle exactly 90 degrees?
Yes.
Yes. So LMN is 90 degrees. Okay. Then we're going to go to angle UVW. We're going to go to angle UVW. I want you to do this one on your own. Go ahead and do this one on your own.
We have to extend it.
Yes. We extend them because if we guess, we could guess wrong. Make sure you trace the actual line, not go beside it. I want you to redo it with my darker one using your protractor. See the difference? That's why we use the straight edge. Okay, that's good. Is that easier?
Yeah.
Keep going. Stretch it all the way out.
I'm done.
Okay. Oh, wait. Look at yours again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. You said 85.
Oh.
85's right there.
fits it.
Is that easier?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's confusing. Now try it.
There you go.
Let's look at yours. Look at our vertex. Make sure everything's lined up. Line everything up. Now what does that look like?
84.
Not quite 84. See, you came off your line a little bit when you traced. So you go beside it.
This is right.
Now try it. If you're waiting, go ahead and move to the next one if I've checked yours. See how you went off your line this way?
And then
Yeah, just a little bit. We're going to trace over that line exactly. Now try it. So if you put your vertex, we line it up. Okay, what does that look like? 79 would be right here. So you have 71, count, 70.
73, 74, 75.
Yep, 75.
That's bad, so I'm doing the next one.
Okay, go ahead and stretch that out some more.
Do you move on?
That's right. Line it up. Yep, you can move on.
Is this
Or 64 on here. 64 would be right over here. It's not saying. Oh, let's see here. I'll make sure I move. It's in between the 70 and 80. Right here. What's right there? Very good. Very good, Kelly. You may move on. Very good. See, guys, if you need to keep stretching your line, stretch it out. Don't just guess.
But do we have to?
Yes, you have to stretch your line out.
because then you might guess wrong.
64 degrees.
Can we do the other one?
Oh, what?
Yep, you may move on.
Oh,
From here, you stretched it. I think you may move on to the last one. You're close. You're close. Here.
I think I missed
You just guessed at that.
one. No, because I
It's
probably
right here.
know because my thing went
Line
off.
it up.
See, it looked low.
Well, 125 would be up to here.
What?
125 is right here, in between the 120 and 130. So if you take your pencil, and you stretch this back out. Now try it that way. Let's go with this.
Is it?
Yes. Good job. Line it back up for me.
I think I
And we
did something
stretched
wrong.
it. 123 would be
Keep
over
going.
here.
All the way up.
So you have 10,
Just
20,
extend it.
30. 123 would be here. So this is in between the 10 and the 20.
I keep looking at
Yeah.
let's keep going like this.
So let's stretch your line back out. Now remeasure with that darker line. It's okay. Go ahead. Do this one. protractor, what instead of counting weight, you stretch that line out just a little bit more. Nope, use that protractor. There you go. Here, if you put this in a box, and we'll play the calculator game for just a few minutes.
This goes for this.
Put this in your box, and we'll play the calculator game. Take this back to your seat. Almost. See how you went up? Trace here. We'll keep going up. That should be long.
Is this 14 degrees?
14. What's that longer one in between? 25? Well, 25's over here. So this is in between the 10 and the 20. Good. Good. Move on to that one. Kelly, get one off my desk, please.
Is it 15?
I was close.
Go ahead, green box, log off, go back to your desk, and then go back over.
Can I show you my pencil?
Everyone's back at their seat. 5.
Is this it?
4. Back at your desk. 3. It's okay, I'll take it. 3. 2. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Anastasia. If you were just in my group, can you raise your hand for me? The paper we did in our small group goes into your math folder. Is this homework? No, this is not homework. Okay, eyes on me. Everyone got a sheet. Yours might not look just like mine. You can start after I explain it, and then we'll go to special area and pick back up on it. This you will do by yourself. We're not asking buddies. We're not starting right now, okay? Eyes are up here. You are you can do one row all the way down. You can choose the left side, the right side, which means you either choose to do the even numbers or the odd numbers.
Can we do both?
Go ahead, just choose one for right now. Either the even numbers or the odd numbers. Yours might not look like mine, and that's all right. Okay, you're choosing even or odd. If you need to stretch out your angles, stretch them out. You're going to use your pencil to stretch them out. That's why we're only choosing one side or the other, but I will let you choose which side you would like to do.
Can we use a vertex?
What you're going to do, you're going to put your protractor at the vertex. Hold on, I'll wait because I have some people not paying attention. I have some people working. I'm still waiting. I still have eyes on me. Put your protractor at the vertex, and then stretch out your lines if you need to, and then measure. You are writing the measurement for each angle on this line where it says angle. You tell me the measurement. What are the two questions that we asked? What's the first question, Monica? What type of angle is it, acute or obtuse? What's the second question that we asked? Ariani? Do I use the number on the top or the bottom? Okay. I will put up a timer until special area. When the timer goes off, you're going to turn your paper over, put your protractor and pencil down, and then listen for directions to dismiss for special areas. Any questions? Dariana? You don't have a paper? Because I said, yeah, I'm sorry. I have it. Maurice? Monica?
So do we do both sides or just one?
You just choose one side. One side only. Either the left side, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, or the right side, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. Any more questions?
2, 4, 6, 7.
What voice level are we on? 0. If you talk, I have to take it. You may begin. Maurice, have a seat, please. Have a seat. Grab it and have a seat, please. Carla? Remember, if you have a question, you raise your hand. I'm starting the timer. You will have time after special area. You have to stretch it out.
If I do stretch,
You have to stretch it out.
how? So you
Stretch it out first. You might answer your own questions. Okay? Now stretch out this side. Was that? No, that wasn't even on time. Okay, make sure it's even. So erase that.
you still can't measure it.
Use your protractor to line it up. Read. Okay, now measure. You line up the vertex. Think about how we've been using protractors. Line up your vertex. Line up all the lines.
Bruh.
What's that measuring? You put it on there, right? What is that? One side. Use that protractor to stretch out that line where you want to be. Whereas, I want you to use that protractor. Stretch out your lines using this. Can you sit up for me?
Like 160, like 2.
We have to stretch it out.
Even if you have to stretch it out.
Do we look at this bottom one? Because what? This is a straight. All these are straights. These are straight angles.
Okay, but
So we measure the top one. You know, use that protractor, please. No, that's not making a good choice.
is it 40?
Sit up. We measure the top one. All these are the same. These never move. These bottom lines never move. So we're going to measure these top ones. Okay, so let's try this one. Use your protractor.
I did.
You use it like a ruler. Trace it all the way up. Oh, you have to hold it with the other hand. You have to hold it with that hand. There you go. Yeah. Good. So now line it up. Here. You measure, you gotta line up your lines.
It is. I don't know, I'm guessing.
Finish this, turn it over. Play the calculator game.
Finish.
Just like that. That's side and degree angle.
Oh my.
Go ahead and turn your papers over.
Finish.
Put your protractor on top of your paper and just set it to the side of your desk. And eyes on me. Calculators are back in the bins. All eyes are back on me. Stare down near the eyes. Protractors are down. We're not spinning them on pencils. They're sitting to the side. Still wait on eyes. When we come back, I will put the timer back up for a few more minutes so everyone has time to finish. We will go over measuring angles, and then we're going to do a self-assessment about how we feel so far. This was day 1 of measuring, and everyone, hear me? Everyone did a good job. If you're from Miss Osborne's class, you may walk over